Hello everyone and welcome to the next series in the Intel Extreme Masters Season 2 group stage. We are still in Group D, it is playdate number 4 still, and this is a pretty important match for the two contestants here, as one of them is going to go up to 9 points after 4 played matches and therefore is going to have a very good chance to end up on ranks 2 or 3 after this group stage. And yeah, the players here are Hot, the Ukrainian night elf player spawning in the bottom left spawn position in red. He has previously lost to Happy, but he has beaten Zeus and Miu, and his opponent Paladyn, the Polish night elf player in the bottom right spawn position in yellow. He has also lost against Happy, but he has beaten both Zeus and Diesel in night elf mirrors, so his night elf mirror has been looking pretty decent so far. But at least on paper, Hot should be his strongest night elf mirror opponent yet. So neither of them is going for an early Ancient of War, so it looks like both of them are going to open up with Hunts here, as they're only going for Moonwell and Altar thus far. For Paladyn, it is the Priestess of the Moon, and for Hot, it is the Demon Hunter, so we do see a deviation here already. And the next question is going to be, who or is any of them going to tech? Or is any of them going for just double Ancient of War and mass hunts here? I guess if one of them is likely to take, then it is probably the Demon Hunter player here, in this case Hot. But I mean, that's just a general tendency. Does of course not provide any information about what's going to happen in this game. So now we have reached the 160 lumber state, which is required for the first Ancient of War in the Hunter's Hall, which both of the players are adding here, not all too surprising. And the more strategically interesting aspects will be revealed later on. So heroes are spawning. Both of them do know already where their opponents are at, and both of them are heading in that direction. The Priestess of the Moon has just spent her skill point. We do not see an aura yet, so it is the Searing Arrow here. And neither of them is apparently willing to trade here. Both of them are just going to try to maybe cancel a building. I think the second Ancient of War, if it is coming here, will be easily cancelled. At the same time, the second Ancient of War is coming already. Second Moonwell not yet being built, but the Demon Hunter is already turning around. Second Moonwell is actually being built all the way up here. Looks like someone wanted to make sure that that one did not get cancelled, and to be fair, it didn't get cancelled. So Hot is yeah, a little bit challenged here to micro his wisps properly, and thus far he's doing a good job, but soon all of the slots in his gold mine will be occupied by low HP wisps, so the Demon Hunter has to retreat here and defend his other wisps, and the first of them had to use the Moon Juice already here to stay alive. And yes, Hot is staying on one Ancient of War and he's teching, whereas Paladyn just decides to go for full-on Hunter's production. At least for now, he's not taking. He's finished the second Ancient of War and he's producing Hunt's third Moonwell. Should be coming any second, I imagine. For the time being, the Priestess is just running away. The Demon Hunter did spend 2 mana burns here already, as it appears, so he seems to be willing to drain his Moonwells early on mana of his Demon Hunter, which can often backfire on the player playing Demon Hunter and teching in those kinds of matches, because there's a lot of pressure to be expected by his opponent, and usually you'd want to have the Moon Juice available to yourself to you know, heal HP, which is a lot more economical than using them to heal mana. So TP sold by Paladyn and Dust bought, so he really seems to be trying to get as much or as many resources as possible early on. First 2 hunts are arriving here. Priestess continues being annoying. For the time being, she shouldn't be able to achieve all too much there, as long as Hot pays attention. In the meantime, yeah, still nothing new happening inside of Paladyn's main base. It's gotta run with the Priestess once again. I guess Hot should have noticed the missing TP by now. He should be aware that that Paladyn is really going all out on whatever he's going for, adding archers right now as well. Second Ancient of War is what we've seen in the meantime by Hot, so maybe he's afraid of a big push here, and to be honest, I would be surprised to see anything but a big push here. Couple of wisps are being pulled. It's 4 hunts against 3 currently on the field for Paladyn. who's trading decently. Dust has been bought away by the Priestess previously. So as long as Hot pays attention, Paladyn pays attention, Hot shouldn't be able to finish off any of these hunts. And yeah, the Wisps are coming. First archers have joined. I don't think that Hot is aware of those yet, but I mean, it's not going to make all too much of a difference for him. Now, uprooting an Ancient of War here, this is super, super greedy. He does have 480 gold, but his tier 2 just finished, so I guess he's going to want to invest that into a second hero. He does have nothing around the tavern though. And now he sees the Ancient Protectors, or did he see the... Yes, he does see them with his Ancient of War. He does have not Nature's Blessing, Ultra Vision finished already as it appears, and therefore he's got the nice vision. But he is under some real pressure here. It's 37 supply for Paladyn. These Ancient Protectors seem to be somewhat unchallenged, and there's only 4 hunts on the field right now for the Ukrainian. Panda is coming in right now from the border, from the right hand side, casting the first Breath of Fire into those archers, which, yeah, to them deals decent load of damage, but still the Ancient Protectors are about to come up. Still no dust of appearance on the units of Hot, and therefore these archers are pretty safe. Next Breath of Fire is coming in against 2 of the hunts, which should be able to escape here. Hot does definitely not have the time to continue chasing any low units if they are microed away by Paladyn. Ancient of War is taking quite a bit of damage. The Demon Hunter is coming in from the top again, but this position is pretty fortified already, and these hunts cannot really go anywhere near these Ancient Protectors at the moment because the piercing damage is just too insane of the archers together with the aura of the Ancient Protectors. The siege damage of the Glaive Thrower here is also doing bonus damage to the hunts, so it looks like hunts are no longer going to be the unit of choice here for Hot, who's adding a Glaive Thrower now. I think he just cancelled the range upgrade on his archers and decided to go for Glaive Throwers instead. But is it going to be in time still? Paladyn is slowly crawling forward with these Ancient Protectors. Glaive Throwers really are the main threat currently though. They are going to be able to take down these Moonwells extremely quickly as soon as Hot decides not to engage. And yeah, the first Moonwell is already going to fall right now. The next Breath of Fire is coming in. Panda is out of mana right now though. Shop is just coming right now in the back, and it is daytime and all of the Moonwells are empty, so there's basically not really a defender's advantage for the time being for Hot here, and I think these Ancient Protectors can just uproot again and march forward even further. There's 34 supply for Hot, 44 for Paladyn. And this is a very nice position for the Glaive Throwers. It's super difficult for Hot to really do anything about them. His first Glaive Thrower has spawned right now, but there are 3 on the side of Paladyn, and they have the bonus damage of the Priestess of the Moon. Well, actually they don't. The Priestess of the Moon is still level 1. What am I talking about? Well, they will soon have it. But even without it, I mean, 3 against 1 is still pretty convincing in terms of numbers. Panda with a mana potion used right now even. And the hunts are on the run. One of them is falling as well as one of the archers. Demon Hunter is charging forward. Moving back once again though. The problem is that it's still daytime. He still doesn't have really any means of healing except for potions, which is extremely expensive. And by the second he pulls back, as we can see, nicely dodging the Glaive Thrower hit here with the staff. By the second he pulls back, Paladyn is immediately going for the Ancient Protector. The next breath is coming in. One of them is falling for the Glaive Throwers. One of them is falling here. The next one is very low. But both of the Glaive Throwers of Hot have also fallen. And Hot really has nothing left except for his 2 low-level, low-HP heroes. Now finally the Demon Hunter is reaching level 2. The Glaive Throwers have to fall back once again. And it looks like Hot is finally getting some good trades in, and Paladyn also doesn't really have a lot left standing on the field. He's trying to block the Demon Hunter here with the Glaive Thrower. He does so, but the Panda does have the staff in his inventory. He's able to save him. I guess heal potion should be bought here soonish, but he doesn't have gold. He doesn't have gold at all. Ancient Protector once again uprooting. Is going to march forward here. The next Glaive Throwers exchanging some blows. Daytime is halfway over. At some point the Moonwells will get some moon juice again. Some new hunts reinforcing right now with the army. The Panda still has Breath of Fire, so this hunt should really not stay in there for all too long. Moonstone now even used by Hot here. and the clarity onto that Panda, who really starts taking some significant damage here. And he doesn't have boots, keep that in mind. The Hunts will be superior in terms of speed to this Panda, and it looks like he's gonna get the kill here. Hot did have to go to buy a potion there, but apparently didn't get it done in time. And now this Ultra becomes a really prominent target, and I don't really see this Panda making it out with the bouncing glaives of these Hunts around to get rid of all the Wisps as well as dealing damage to this Ultra. And yeah, the Wisps do have to retreat. It's basically only the Demon Hunter left standing together with one Glaive Thrower for the time being. 25 supply for Hot, 42 for Paladyn, who's all of a sudden gotten back to 6 Hunts here. And it is Hot who's calling the GG after 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Paladyn successfully able to Ancient Protector push his opponent here. In a game where, yeah, Hot was strangely confident apparently in his own strategy here, with only building the 4 Hunts early on and really getting into trouble against these 3 passively placed Ancient Protectors, where he had such a difficult time engaging against the superior number of Hunts together with a few archers. And the Paladin seemed to be hitting just the right timing there against Hot, with Hot also, which I mentioned in the beginning, using that Moon Shoes to regenerate his mana, which makes it a lot more difficult to trade early on against the Hunts compared to, you know, not using the mana burn early on. So eventually, yeah, he ended up falling for the push, despite, you know, being able to hold it for a while. He never really, you know, had a long-term plan, so to speak, or a long-term advantage that he was gaining. He didn't, you know, get any superior attack or anything, just trying to defend with glaive throwers and his heroes, and you know, always being down in terms of army size didn't make it any easier for him. So Paladyn is leading 1-0, and we're gonna go into map number 2 next, and that is going to be Turtle Rock.